Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today we are creating this makeup look. I really love the way that it came out. We are using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals palette. I picked this up a few weeks ago and I wanted to include another look using this, something a bit more holiday, fall, a little more glamorous. Everything that I'm using today could be found at ultabeauty.com. Ulta Beauty is one of my favorite holiday shopping destinations when it comes to beauty products because you can find so many amazing deals this time of year. They have so many promotions, you know, just in time for holidays to get all your holiday beauty gift giving knocked out or just to stock up on some of your favorites. Some of the products that I'm using today are 40% off. 40% off online right now. So I will include those and share those as we get into the video, and I'll have everything that I use listed and linked in the description box below for you guys. This video is in partnership with Ulta Beauty, so always such an honor to be able to partner with brands that I've literally been shopping at for like 20 years. That sounds crazy. Actually, no more than 20 years. I'm gonna be 40 years old soon, and I've been shopping at Ulta since I was in high school. So such an honor to be partnering with them. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started into the video. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I don't have anything on my skin right now except my moisturizer and a little bit of SPF. I'm gonna go in with foundation, and I'm using the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation with SPF of 15. This is actually 40% off online today, you guys. I grabbed the shade Beige. This is my first time using it, so it's kind of like a first impression today. I've heard really great things about this foundation. I love their new concealer that they launched this year, the Bobbi Brown Skin Full Cover Concealer. This is such a great concealer, so I'm feeling pretty hopeful about their foundation. All right, you guys, which foundation brush am I gonna use? I've got a little baggie of brand new brushes here, which are the best. It's always so nice getting brand new brushes. I'm using the BK Beauty 109 brush, and I'm just gonna start in the center of the face, press, and then sweep down. So this shade is a good match for me. It actually kind of matches my skin tone exactly. I feel like I should have gone a little bit darker just for preference, but this is actually like blending into my skin perfectly. Okay, so this has a pretty natural coverage. Like, it's not a full coverage foundation. It's giving kind of light to medium coverage. I am gonna take some time and build up the side before I go to the next. I want a little more coverage right in here. This feels really hydrating to the skin. Like, it almost feels like a skincare foundation hybrid. Okay, this is good. This way you can kind of compare the two sides. Okay, so it looks really, really natural, but when you look to the side that doesn't have any foundation on, you can clearly see the difference in coverage, right? Here you can see a lot of pink and redness, a little bit of discoloration. Here, everything looks even. It's got a pretty radiant finish to it, and it might be just because it hasn't had time to set yet. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes before I powder it, just so we can see how this foundation really sets. Okay, perfect. So this is one side with foundation applied, and then nothing on the other. Very natural. Like, if you just were to look on this side of the face, I think my skin looks really natural. It doesn't look like I have makeup on, but when you compare the two, you can clearly see that this is more evened out. Okay, I'm gonna go and apply the other side. It's got a nice texture to it. It does feel really light and weightless. Now, I used about 2 pumps. So I used like a full pump for this side of the face to get that coverage. I wouldn't have needed a full pump, but because I wanted to build it up and get more coverage, I did use that. Okay, so this has a really, really natural finish, you guys. A finish and coverage are different things. So you can have like really great coverage with a natural finish. You can also have a natural coverage and natural finish, or light coverage and natural finish. I would say this definitely leans on a natural finish, and the coverage is gonna be light to medium. I've built it up to be about medium coverage. I think it looks really nice. I don't think it really looks like I have anything on my skin. My skin just looks hydrated and even, but you can still see my skin through it, meaning you can still see the slight discoloration, but it looks much, much more evened out than before we applied it. I'm gonna go in with the concealer. This is the Skin Full Cover Concealer, and we are gonna apply this in the corner of the eye and then underneath the eye. And because this foundation is on the lighter side of coverage, I'm gonna just take a little bit further down just to add a little more coverage. Not necessary to do that, but I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 110 brush, and I'm just gonna bounce this in the inner corner to blend it out underneath the eye, and then bring it down here in the center of the face. What I love about this concealer is that it gives excellent coverage. It's very hydrating, and it stays all day. It doesn't budge or move. Okay, I really love the skin situation. Those two together are a really nice combination. I'm gonna go and add a little bit of brows because I feel I feel like I need some brows. I'm gonna go in with my, what do we have here? We're gonna use the ColourPop Brow Boss. This is the shade Brunette. So I'm gonna just start by kind of combing my hairs up. And this is a pretty fine pencil. It's got a little bitty skinny tip to it, so I'm gonna create kind of hair-like strokes with it. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Gimme Brow Gel from Benefit, and I'm just gonna comb these in place and set them, add a little bit of volume to my hairs. This is one of my favorite brow gels because it has little tiny fibers that really give volume. So if you are someone like me that has very little brow hair, this will create the look of more hair. To warm up my skin, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and I'm going to just go straight into the product with my brush, and we're gonna build this to create some dimension and some warmth to the face. So this is one of my favorite drugstore bronzers. It has a really nice consistency to it, and it's very buildable, meaning when you first go in, it's not a whole lot of pigment, so it's very easy to build and work with. I personally prefer products that are buildable, meaning that they're not super, super pigmented when it comes to blush or bronzers, cream or powder. I like to be able to build, you know, rather than apply too much and be in correction mode. I like to just be able to really customize the amount of color and payoff that I get. And I feel like you can really achieve that with this product. It also is a cream product, so it gives a nice pretty glow to the skin. So pretty. I'm gonna run a little bit on the side of my nose. Next, I wanna set the center of my face and kind of set around that cream product. I'm gonna go in Bobbi Brown's loose powder. I'm just gonna press it in the center of the face. I'm also gonna press the nose and then set underneath the eyes. So the foundation had some time to set, and it still has a really natural radiant finish. So not a mattifying foundation. Love that. Okay, to add some color to the cheeks, I'm gonna go in with Persona's blush in the shade Bubble. This looks like a bubblegum bright, bright pink, but when it goes on the skin, it's actually a really soft, beautiful sheer pink. You can build it if you want more color, but I'm gonna keep the color kind of light. And I'm just gonna start on the apple of my cheek. I'm gonna do brush strokes down, but I'm gonna move my hand up. So I'm kind of lifting the cheek, but blending down. Does that make sense? So I added a little bit of a MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot onto my lids as a primer. Now we're gonna go in with eyeshadow, and I'm playing again. I've already played with this palette, but I wanted to bust it out again for this video. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals palette. It's absolutely beautiful. It's so, so beautiful. There is a range of like metallic shimmers in there, as well as some matte shades. Really beautiful, like fall, you know, inspired shades. So, so pretty, very earthy tones. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna mix it up, and I'm actually gonna go in with this shade Haze right here. Let's go ahead and swatch this on my finger so you guys can see what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful? We're gonna apply that onto the eyelid. And actually, since I have it on my finger, we're gonna just use it from my finger. Pack it right on there on the lid. Typically, I go in with my crease first to build some dimension, but today we're just going to apply this right onto the lid with our finger, and then we're gonna build in from the crease. That is stunning, look at that. It's a really pretty kind of mossy metallic green shade. So, so pretty. It almost looks like a liquid shadow. On the lid, it's so opaque. It looks just like a liquid metallic cream shadow. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna just pack it on a little bit more. I love this texture and this formula for holiday parties. All right, so now that we have that done, I'm gonna go in and build my crease. I kind of wanted to see how that translated onto the lid before I picked a crease shade. That's why I did the lid first. Let's see, we're gonna go in with this shade right here. It's called Sun Rose, and it's pretty warm. It's a matte, but it has a little bit of like soft glitter sparkles to it. And I'm just gonna pick this up and kind of work this right into the crease. I am gonna add a deeper brown in here to kind of blend these two shades together, because next to each other, you know, there's quite a difference. So I wanna bring a kind of a darker, rich brown in there to kind of be a transition for the two. But for now, I just wanna get a nice diffused crease built up in here. I do want you to see some warmth, like when the overall look is done, I want you to see some warmth from the shadow, but I wanna have a shade between the two to kind of transition them. Next, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's called Noble, and it's a really rich, warm, deep brown. It's a matte shade. And I'm gonna go in with a small little shader brush to pick and pack this brush with color. And then I'm just gonna use this brush to apply that color right here on the outer corner of my eye. And I'm not worried about it looking blended. My goal right now is literally just to get the product from the brush to my eyelid. And then I'm gonna go in with a blending brush to blend it out. But I really wanna keep that color concentrated right there. So then I'm gonna go in with a little crease brush, and I'm just gonna go in little circles right over that shadow. And then I'll slowly start to sweep it inward. But again, I don't wanna take it too far over. I just wanna take it far enough to where it transitions nicely and it doesn't look like a harsh line. I'm gonna take a little bit of my concealer on a tiny little pencil brush, and I'm gonna work it into the brush, and this is what's gonna create my brow highlight and lift. And I'm just gonna run that right underneath my brow. This will give you a really nice natural highlight. It's bright enough to where it's gonna lift, but it's your concealer shade, so it's gonna look very natural. I'm gonna line my eyes, and you guys, I am so excited to share this eyeliner with you. This is from Maybelline. It's the Hyper Easy Eyeliner. It's a liquid liner. This might be the easiest liquid liner pen that I have ever used. I can't explain it. I don't know how they did it, but it is so easy to use. I mean, it just looks like your typical felt tip eyeliner. I like to lay it on its side. There's also something about the shape of the component. It's round, but it has little, what is this? This is an octagon? 1, 2, 3. Anyway, it's got a little bit of flat edges to it, even though it's round shape. So gripping it is really easy. I'll lay it on its side to create a little line, and then I'm just gonna pull it out and give myself a little baby wing. And then from there, I'm gonna take the pen on the outer corner of the eye and just pull it up to meet the end of that liner and fill that in. For my lower lashes, I'm gonna take Urban Decay Pencil in Bourbon, and we are gonna create a little line starting at the outer corner, and I'm gonna take it about halfway over, and I'm not worrying too much about it being perfect, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with my pencil brush, and I'm gonna dip it into one of these shadows. We're gonna use this really beautiful kind of garnet shimmery shade here. It's called Royal, and we're gonna use this on our lower lashes. I really like to use like purple and green shades that complement each other, next to each other. And even though this shade on my lid isn't like a loud green and this shade isn't like a loud purple, they're shades of those two colors, and those two colors are complementary, so they look really nice when you do a look like this. Okay, now I feel like I need a little bit more bronzer. Now that I have the eye makeup on, I wanna warm the face up a bit more, so I'm just gonna go back into that bronzer and just build it up to get a little more color. So another deal that I wanna share that's available online today is 40% off Lancome mascaras. 40% off. I feel like I need to say that again so it just sinks in. I have two that I want to share with you that are some of my favorites. The Lancome Lash Idole mascara is a really, really great lengthening mascara, and the Big Monsieur mascara from Lancome is a really great volumizing mascara. I'm gonna apply one on one side and the other on the other so you can compare and see the differences. Okay, so wow, what a difference mascara makes. So I have Lancome Lash Idole on the right eye, and then I have Big Monsieur on the left. You can see that the left has a bunch more volume, while Lancome Lash Idole is a lengthening, kind of separating mascara. Another thing about the Lash Idole is it's a weightless formula, so it really helps keep your lashes curled and lifted all day. Honestly, I love them both. It comes down to personal preference and also the condition of your lashes at the time. I know sometimes my lashes are full and thick, and then other times they're in a growth cycle and they're shedding, and I don't have much there, so I kind of rotate my mascaras based on what my lashes need. So there you have it, 40% off, you guys, 40% off, stock up. Okay, moving on to lips. I'm gonna go in with two products from Tarte. Tarte is part of the online promotion as well. They have like buy one, get one on their minis. I just thought I would use the Maracuja Juicy lipsticks and the Lip Glow, and kind of show you these because they're some of my favorites. So the lipstick is in the shade Rose. I just have a little bit of lip balm, but I don't have any lip liner or anything. This is such a great like everyday color. I mean, literally it is the perfect neutral pink. Not too pink, not too brown, right there. A really great level of pigment. Because I had lip balm on already, it's gonna go on a little bit more sheer. If you were to put it on dry lips, it'd be like really opaque with one swipe. I did a couple of swipes and I got full opacity. Okay, I kind of like this as it is, but let's go in with the Maracuja Juicy Glow. This is the shade Pearlescent Glow, and I actually haven't used this. What is this? Is this a lip product? This is actually a glow stick. It's not really like a lip product. So I'm gonna leave the lips as is. I'm gonna leave the lips as is because I actually really like it, and because I had that lip balm on before, I already have a little bit of shine to the lips. So it kind of looks like I have a gloss. I love it. What do you guys think? I love, love, love this look. Okay, so thoughts on the foundation. I think the foundation would be great for a drier skin type. I think it'd be great for someone who likes a lighter natural coverage. I think it'd be great for mature skin. It's very hydrating. It gives a little bit of a glow without looking like you have makeup on. So like that. This palette, I love this look. It's just this really beautiful combination of earth tone colors. I think it's really appropriate for fall makeup, for a night out, for holiday makeup. Love, love. So I will have all the products that I use from Ulta Beauty listed and linked in the description box below for you guys, as well as details on the promotions that are happening right now. Again, you can get up to 40% off. Like I'm looking at this list of brands and it's an extensive list of brands. 30% off, 25%, buy one, get one free, 40% off. So definitely check it out now. I'll have links down below and then I'll include some additional promotions that are coming up, you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.